So it's August 17th, 2018. And I am beat. I wanted to take a nap, but I didn't. I got 6 hours 44 minutes sleep last night because I stayed up way too late. I'm not supposed to stay up that late. And we finally remembered to have a barbecue for James, because James loves barbecue. As well, he loves corn. And we always have, I think we've always had corn with the barbecue. So anyway, we're having Romanesco broccoli, and I cooked it pretty much perfectly. I don't know how I did that, because normally it's like the bottom half of the package is charcoal. I am not a good barbecuer. I am great at starting fires. I am the best campfire builder ever. But cooking on one, I'm not that good at it.
Differs.
I did a good job with that bread again, eh?
Sweet. Just perfect.
James is having garlic bread. The Romanesco broccoli, I just cooked it with green onions sliced up and give it some flavor. And some garlic. Tastes great. I mean, normally I really hate the campfire smoke. Today I only really hated it.
This is almost like better than what's out there.
I know. There's so much smoke in the air here. It hardly matters that I have lots of campfire smoke stinging my eyes and all sorts of things while I'm trying to move the food around so it doesn't burn. So I decided to put a little bit of James's avocado on my golden zucchini because I haven't had avocado in so long. And I figure a little bit, you know. It's probably good for me to have a little bit. I think James's zucchini looks a little bit overdone, and mine is a little bit underdone. I just cooked it with some of that focaccia bread seasoning. Flavor's good. But you can probably hear me crunching. It's not quite cooked.
Mine's about right. It's great.
Good. My raw garlic tea. Boy, these flies. August flies.
I spotted a fly in the plant, and ants already pounded the fly.
Wow.
dragging them up.
Yeah, ant wins over fly.
The fly just kept on pestering and pestering.
No, I don't think anybody feels bad about people who kill flies. They are pests.
No, I wouldn't mind leaving them alone.
If they left me alone, but there's only so much a person can take. Well, I guess I do leave them alone, so I can. But I do get annoyed by them, that's for certain. I don't like them. They'll often make me go in.
Yep.
If they're ruining my meal, I just abandon them. That raw garlic sure makes a person feel not good. The skin on these potatoes is a little bit rock hard,
Doesn't matter.
so I don't think it's edible any longer. Oh, that's really hot.
Yeah, I opened them up and let them cool down.
That's smart.
It's essential for me. I get burned so easily.
You're awesome.
I'm okay.
Why are you only feeling okay today?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good actually.
Yeah,
I
you're
checked
still
out
beating
to see.
cancer. And you got good test results on your leg?
Yep.
Or well, no bad.
Checked out clear.
I'm sweating like crazy.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, when I was hanging
up
over the
against the
fire a
fire.
lot of it, eh?
Yeah, I checked out to see how violent the United States was, looking at their violent crime rate. Most recent report's 2009. Looked to be worldwide report. The United States is pretty bad for violent crime rate. Something like 43rd in the world. There'd be about 200 countries in the world. So there's a huge whack of countries better than it.
Where does that nail down for democratic countries, though?
It'd be one of the worst.
Yeah.
But then very few democratic countries would have that mix of population. When there's a mix of population, there's usually a high murder rate, right? You get people with different values bumping up against each other. So what you'd have to compare with is Canada, where you got that. I think the stats indicate it has like 10 times the violent crime rate.
I don't know.
Of Canada?
Canada, people could go missing up north. They probably do all the time, and nobody'd ever know.
Well, there are places like that in the West too. Not, I mean, they've got Alaska, for example. But it doesn't get much more north than that. But the countries that are ahead of the United States, some of them are crap. Jamaica, 10 times the murder rate in the U.S., which means 100 times Canada.
Well, you're losing your food. You really gotta go to bed.
And there was one, like, I can't recall what it was, 14 times the murder rate in the United States, which is just like 140 times Canada. And what is that? translate into. Lethbridge at 100,000 would almost surely get like a murder a year, maybe average out 2 a year. So what that would translate into is at 140 times the rate, it would be like 280 murders a year in Lethbridge. But that'd be almost like one a day, like a vitamin or something like that. It's insane. I mean, Lethbridge is kind of scary. But I'd be walking, living in fear. I don't think I'd be walking. Driving around.
I'm not afraid of being murdered here in Lethbridge so much.
Yeah, South Africa, what is it? It's
There's
7
a good
times the
possibility
rate
of stepping on a tainted needle around here. It could happen right here.
South Africa is about 7 times the murder rate of the United States. Stunningly high. A little undersized.
That fly was trying to sneak up on my corn. He thought I would notice.
Hi.
I didn't even change my clothes.
Neither did I.
What a day. Got a lot of work done though.
I got some. I got those Sanskrit and Bengali books.
I saw that, but what were you doing for an hour and a half?
I was checking stuff out on the internet.
Oh. Well, then I could have sat beside you for a while.
You could have. I didn't know exactly what all I was going to be doing.
I got lots of stuff done. I was working on this Excel.
Thought I was going to go to the bookstore. Time for it. I got hooked on the internet. It's been known to happen to people. Even to me.
Yeah.
Checking out on Don Dump's lies. Computer even gets Donald Trump if I put Don Dump in. I love it. I could call him almost any name. And it wouldn't do justice to him, but I think I could get him.
Maybe it's just that's like all people want to look at on the internet right now.
Oh, I don't know.
So you could put in baked potato and corn.
Hillary
and
Clinton. And, you know,
sure.
Hillary Duff.
I'm exaggerating.
Yeah. But I think you
He
put
doesn't
in
come up with any of the searches I do, so.
put in any woman's name, there's a good chance he's assaulted her. So.
I burnt this corn pretty badly, so I took it. I don't like corn anyway. It's okay.
I like it great.
I know you do. That's why I make it.
I'm figuring that's what ambrosia was. corn was a old word product, and then it died. With the
No,
gods.
it definitely wasn't corn. Nobody would ever agree with you.
Well, or else the Greeks invented pizza.
You like chocolate more than corn.
It's pretty close though.
A lot of people would agree with you with the pizza.
A lot of guys would, and they'd figured nectar, the drink of the gods, was beer. So
No. Honestly, I don't think anybody goes beer. That tastes really good.
guy hockey fans.
It's like a cultural thing.
Well, that's the way it goes.
It tastes bad.
I know, but give me a thing about it.
Smells worse.
See, the food of the gods is pizza for these guys. Drink of the gods are
Long Island iced tea.
is beer,
I like that.
and then the gods themselves are Harry Neal and Don Cherry. So
What else did I like? Oh, gin and tonic. That's nice. Very refreshing on a summer's day. If somebody came by and had a bottle of Bombay Sapphire and some tonic for some strange reason, and said, "Hey, Pauline, do you want some gin and tonic?"
yeah,
I'd probably be like, "Yeah, giddy up."
you know what I'd say?
Huh.
Giddy lost. But
If they knew my name,
no.
they wouldn't.
If they brought
scary stuff
anything
in there.
alcohol, it wouldn't be scary. I just got no use for alcoholic stuff.
I'm pretty tired today, so
Yeah.
my whatever resistance is low to nil. If somebody came by and offered me a piece of
Pizza.
yeah, like
All meat.
no,
There we go. So,
there it's yeah, but like say the kind that I like the mushroom black olive feta.
yeah.
Salt
Two guys
City.
in a pizza.
That's the best pizza
Greek one.
ever.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Red onions on it too. Yum. How about both of those things?
Which?
Greek pizza and a gin and tonic.
Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad as far as I'm concerned. Alcohol just tastes like garbage to me. So.
But you know, after all this, I'll get the food, the leftovers packed into the house, and I will give some to the dogs because they've been really nice. They'll
I
like
hope
some
they
of
have
the
that.
baked
I let 'em
potato
up.
and corn and stuff.
Maybe we can get some corn to bun. Oh, you already did.
Oh yeah, he's eating fresh corn. I just
There-
cut a little piece of the cob
There you
at
go.
a time.
I've never had it so good.
Well, you know, he looks in that mirror and I think he's lonely for his siblings.
No, we don't
I
know
wish
where
I
they
knew
are.
where
There's
they
nothing
were.
we can do.
If his mom came hopping up and said, "Where's Bun Bun?" I'd definitely give Bun Bun back to her, but I don't want to just like set him out for the cats to eat.
No, it would be over very quickly. I don't think he has much defenses.
No.
He'd let you pick him up.
Yeah. He's the most tame Bun Bun I've ever seen. It's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have to be a domesticated bunny because
I can't imagine. I don't think. You know, I'm wondering if he was a wild bunny at all.
I think he was.
Because he's so not wild.
I know.
Maybe sometimes animals just domesticate themselves.
Oh, there's all sorts of variety. That's why there certain types, at least, are domesticatable, because human beings select the ones that are most
Well, he's
docile,
tame.
right? And then they interbreed them.
Yeah.
You could see it with the foxes, up with that guy who was eventually killed by the grizzlies. The foxes
Oh, yeah, that's
hung with
right.
him, right?
What was that guy's name? I can't remember.
Was his middle name Loser? I can't remember.
He was such
Yeah.
a fool. That was
He
like
was a
watching
bad guy
train
because
wreck.
he brought that woman in.
Yeah.
She was so good. She's trying to rescue him.
Yeah. It was just all about him all the time.
Yeah.
Why she gave. I guess, I don't know. I've stood all over my fingers. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get all that Excel work done by the end of the month. We're not going up to the university enough.
Well, we can go up there more.
I would like to get it done. So. It's going to be hard to set up a balanced diet based on what foods you like. Not because it's hard to do that with those foods, but exactly.
It's hard to get them.
It's
at
hard.
Good prices.
You don't know when the Romanesco broccoli comes to you. What's the nutrient content? How long has it been since harvest date?
Oh, no.
You don't know any of that, right? So to just give it I don't know, just give it some blanket number, it's not accurate.
Well,
So
what
instead, what do you do? Do you look at the toxicity, what do you call it?
Index?
No, like different indications that you've had too much of whatever symptoms.
Okay.
I'm way too tired to be thinking. And just judge from that, because that's really what I do with the dandelion egg.
Oh, is that true?
Dandelion detox, yeah. I don't know how much time. It's these things really aren't. When you go into uncommon foods or whatever, they don't. You can't trust the information really,
Yeah.
and it's. And honestly, that's what I've been doing with the kale. The kale juice. We drink so much kale if you think about it. But we're not getting any negative side effects off of it, so...
Is it possible?
I can't remember what's on it, but sure, it's possible to get negative side effects off of too much of all sorts of things. Right? So...
Maybe I shouldn't have more than one a day.
Well, that's all you're having.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to change that.
Yeah. Like a lot of the time, I don't really know if the food that we eat has much nutritional value at all. It looks like broccoli. Is it broccoli, or is it mostly just fiber by the time it comes to us? I don't know. I mean, if the water is mostly lost, maybe then the water-soluble vitamins are lost. Maybe the other things are okay.
I don't know. If they're putting poo on plants, it'll come through along with some bad stuff. Because people are using vitamins, right? Don't those come through? Minerals.
Yeah, they'll be there. The minerals.
I could think.
Where would they go? Anyway. That's our deck supper.
17th of?
August. At 6:09. And I'm gonna go bring the food in, crash out in front of the TV. And probably fall asleep within 5 minutes.
And Bun Bun will be watching.
Yeah. Oh, I'll give Bun Bun some food before I go to sleep. It's probably eaten everything I gave him already.